Hi, and welcome back to Chuck's Long Lost Tuesday Tips again. We got a little bit distracted with some other filming projects that we had going on here, but we're finally back on schedule, getting ready to start a pedestal mount coyote. We're going to mount it. This coyote pedestal, we're going to put a coil in its mouth, and I've been getting so many emails and Facebook requests to talk more about the alcohol tan. So I tan this coyote in the alcohol can, and people want me to go over a little bit more the process, because like I said, you don't just stick it in the tan and pull it out and mount it. Like I said, you soak it in there for a few days, a couple days at least. Then you gotta flesh it. You can see all this flesh here. So a lot of times it'll peel off, but sometimes you have to just use your knife and flesh it off. If you had a fleshing wheel, this is where you do it on that, but I don't. But it's not really that big a deal. As you can see, it comes right off because the alcohol stiffens up the flesh, the meat part of the flesh, pretty good. You want to avoid getting too thin if you can. You're going to go over the whole thing, and when you get it done, you're going to put it back in the tan for at least a day. Then you're going to take it out of the tan like I talked about. You're going to wash it in Dawn dishwashing detergent, and then you're going to and that's very important that you wash it. Then you're going to after you wash it, you're going to throw it in the bird tumbler. So now, besides the knife, you can also use the bird flesher. And like I was saying before, on your smaller animals like your squirrels and whatnot, the flesh will actually peel off like this. The coyotes are about the toughest, one of the toughest things you can do. They're greasy and dirty and ugly and everything you can think of. So they're a little bit tougher to flesh than say a squirrel or bobcats are sweet. They peel like an orange. You can do anything in this tan that's not too thick of a hide. That's why it doesn't work on other things. It's not that you couldn't, say, do a deer cape. It's just too thick for the tan to absorb in it. So I'm going to go over this whole hide. Oh man, see, I got a good thing going there. Yeah, that peels off sometimes. See, when I flesh, you always want to keep your knife flat. As flat as you can. And I don't like to use a skiff knife or a razor blade, scalpel, anything. I use like I said on all my tips, I like to use a knife for everything. Come to the face, make sure that your face is cleaned off really good, that everything's turned all the way. Like, see, I didn't turn this lip all the way for some reason. So let's see here now, and then in just a minute I'm going to go over and show you the other technique. For fleshing. Again, I don't use the eyelid tuck, so I don't care if I cut off the eyelids or not. And again, if whoever skinned this chuck, I can't blame nobody but myself, would have done it a little cleaner. There wouldn't be quite so much on here. The other technique you can use is come over here, follow me around, Jeff, to the wire wheel. You can wire wheel it off sometimes, especially on the face. Better than using a knife. It doesn't really matter, whatever works best for you. God, I hate coyotes. Did I say that? But the advantage to doing your small game in this tan is you don't have to send it out to the tannery. If you do it right, it actually lasts forever, just about. You can turn something pretty quick. We delivered the foxes to the museum already. They were really happy. I didn't want to risk sending that that fox pup out anywhere to a tannery with so little. Anyway, I'm going to keep working on this till I get it done. Put it back in the tan. In the meantime, I'm going to have Jeff follow me around and we're going to show you what we're going to end up with when we're done with this. You want to follow me up to this mount. This is the mannequin we're going to use. And this is what we're going to end up with over here. We're going to put a bird in its mouth. We're going to make the whole habitat, the whole bit. So that's what's going to take us the next, I don't know, however many tips to do. So next week, we'll take this out of the tumbler and mount the coyote. So thanks for tuning in to Chuck's Tuesday Tips. We'll see you next week.